Today's topic, all right, would have to be Ben Askren talks specifically about Dana White and his hatred towards fighters who look out for their best interests, okay? Now, everybody knows I made a video about, Francis Ngannou. I don't want to get too much into that, but if you watch my last video, Dana White talked specifically, right? He was asked specifically about Ngannou. He sets off some very interesting claims, saying that the UFC and Dana White was gonna cut Francis Ngannou after the Derrick Lewis fight, which doesn't make sense. He also states that if Francis Ngannou would have stayed in the UFC, he would have made more money, which is total bullshit. And there you go. Dana White is on a wrath. That guy is on a roll, right? He wants to shit on Francis Ngannou basically his whole career. And he's acting like Francis Ngannou was non-existent in the UFC. But unfortunately, you can't do that, Dana. You just can't, okay? So let's bring up Ben Askren. Let's bring up Ben Askren, okay? I'm gonna bring up some Ben Askren here because he talks specifically in this article that they wrote, and he says, according to Ben Askren, this is a quote from Ben Askren, it was a full-blown attack on Ngannou, one that Askren knows all too well. Okay? Now, I'm going to get into this real quick of what I'm reading about. Dana spent years lying, saying I didn't want to fight the best. All right? That's Ben Askren's quote. Okay? That was coming out of Ben Askren's mouth. Okay? So I'm quoting this, all right? This is according to, what is this? MMAfighting.com, okay? MMAfighting.com, there's an article that they put out here, and Ben Askren went just full-blown on wrath as well. And I'm happy he did. I really am happy that Ben Askren is out here speaking truth, because there's too many lies. There's too many lies out here, all right? There's just too many fucking lies out here, and people who lie about other people and shit on other people, and then act like they cool when you're face to face. That's bullshit. All right? I'm doing good, man. I cannot complain, man. Thank you for asking, everybody on the chat. Thank you. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Bro, get that one white hair in your beard. It's driving us crazy. Well, first of all, who's us, okay? Who's us, all right? I'm going to say this real fast. If you're on my channel, right? If you're on my channel, right, and I haven't talked, and you kind of know me, like you think you know me, maybe I've known you for a long time ago, but if I haven't talked to you in the last 6 months or something like that, if I haven't talked to you in the last 6 months, and you don't have my number, and we don't communicate on that level, if you're on here disguised as another channel, right, okay, that's called stalking, okay, that's called stalking, guys. All right, so stop the pity play, okay? That's called stalking. All right, now if I was to somehow find your IP address, right, and find out what is your location, okay, that's gonna be cause for big trouble for you. It really is, because even though there's not a law that says you can't stalk, well, there's not a law that says I can't stalk you either, so leave me be. All right, but that's for people who are disguised on my channel, okay, disguised in another name, just here to watch, when in reality you should be doing something else. Zay, you're not, I don't know Zay. I don't know Zay. Eric for Tiger Kitty. I don't know what that means. Hi. What is that? Seleno? I don't know Seleno, but How you doing, Seleno? But let's get back to the topic, okay? But like I was saying, if you're on here and I haven't talked and you think you know me, I haven't talked to you in like 5 to 6 months. You don't have my number. We're not in, texting, communicating type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you right now. You should just go and live your life. Go live your life. Do your thing. You know what I mean? Because you're beating around the wrong corner. Okay, you're beating around the wrong corner. All right, because I have a lot of time to waste, and the last thing you want me to do is waste some time on you. Okay, because I could make you feel very very uncomfortable, but I decide not to. I'd rather be nice. But let's get back to the topic, guys. I text your viewers. You text your viewers, bro. You're streaming on public. Ain't nobody gotta know you. Uh, Zay, Zay, what are you talking about, Zay? What are you talking about? If you feel offended, right? If you feel offended that I'm saying this right now, get the fuck off my channel. I can say whatever the fuck I want on this channel when I want to say it, how I want to say it. Okay? And if you feeling offended, maybe you're one of those that are in disguise in my chat. But in reality, you should go live your fucking life. Okay? Go do you. All right? But get back to the topic. All right? Ben Askren. All right? Let's start from the top. Ben Askren he knows too much about this this onslaught that Dana White has here, and that he went attacking Francis Ngannou, right? Well, Ben Askren says Dana spent years lying. Lying about I didn't want to fight the best fighters. I didn't want to challenge. I was running away. And that couldn't have been further from the truth. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That could have been further from the truth, guys. You see? So what Ben Askren is saying here is, what he's talking about, Francis Ngannou, all that bullshit that he's talking about and regurgitating, right? That's toilet talk. All right, that's not real. That's bullshit. You know what I mean? And I have to call out bullshit when it's bullshit. You feel me? Because you're not gonna be out here, you know what I mean, thinking you're gonna be regurgitating bullshit all the time and not be held accountable. Okay? So what Ben Askren is basically saying is, you're just regurgitating bullshit continuously. I had to deal with it for many, many years. You know what I mean? You badmouth me, badmouth my career. Okay? You badmouth me in public, talking about that I was afraid to fight fighters. Specifically, I was afraid of real challenges, and that you were running, that Ben Askren was running away from challenges. That is crazy. That is insane. A wreck for Tiger Kitty. You said, dude, get a job. I have a career. You see, that's the difference. I went to school, okay? I graduated high school, all right? And then I went to college, community college. And then I went to trade school. I have a career. There's a difference between a job and a career. All right, fucker? So get the fuck off my channel with that fucking talk. Actually, you know what? I'll get you off myself, you fucking prick. You piece of shit. We are all offended. Well, cool, Christopher. If you're offended, then maybe you're one of those fuckers who are disguised in my channel. I have no fucking idea. I'm just putting it out there, and if you're offended, fuck you. Fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out. But anyways, Ben Askren is talking truth. See, I like that. See, I like that. I hate being around people, right? And I know for a fact they're all bullshitters. They're all toilet water, basically. You get what I'm saying? And I hate being around people like that. That's why I don't go around people a lot, because I sense the energy, right? And if I'm around bullshit people like that, I don't want to be surrounded by you for very long. You know what I mean? I don't want that shit on me. You know what I mean? I want to keep my robe clean. You know what I mean? But from time to time, you got to hold people accountable, man. And you got to call them out as you see them. And I'm glad Ben Askren is out here doing this publicly, because Dana White loves saying some shit publicly. So I'm happy about this. But let's get back to what he was saying. Let's get back to what he was saying. All right, let me start from the top. Dana spent years lying, saying I didn't want to fight the best, saying I didn't want challenges, saying I was running away, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Askren said on his YouTube show with Daniel Cormier, so I sucked. So it sucked to have this guy. It's essentially slander. That's exactly what, that's exactly what I said. I said, how is Dana White out here basically bad mouthing an independent contractor? See, I'm an independent contractor, right? I have my own shit. You know, I get paid to show up on site to do what I went to school for. That's what I do, right? No, unless I did my job horribly or whatever it might be, which I don't, right? If I do my job horribly, you have every right to slander me or to go ahead and give me a Google review, right? That whatever it might be, I did this wrong or that wrong, whatever it might be, right? But Dana White is out here slandering, bad mouthing people. You know how hard it is? You know how hard it is to become a UFC fighter, let alone get a contract for the UFC? Do you know how hard it is to leave the UFC and go into another company and get another contract, especially when you have the head of that company that you first signed a contract with bad-mouthing you publicly, slandering you publicly, telling everybody in public that you're hard to work with, that you're not a good guy? Who would want to work with you after that? That's the same goes for like a Google review when you go on Yelp or whatever it might fucking be. You go on your little fucking tweet phone, right? And you go on there and you look at whatever it might be, fucking burger restaurants, right? And you want to look up the burger restaurants reviews, right? You want to see how many stars it got. Did it get 0 or did it get 5, right? And you're looking for the best. You're looking at the 4.2s, you know, the 4.5s. That's what's going to get you walking to that restaurant, into that establishment. However, if you know, you're reading reviews and you're getting, you know, 2s and 3s, best believe you're not going to that establishment. It's the same shit. But yeah, moving forward. Ben Askren said on his YouTube show with Daniel Cormier, so it sucked to have this guy essentially slandering me, saying things about me that I knew weren't true. Dana has this part of his personality when he can't get what he wants. So let me repeat that again, because this is very, very important. He says, because guys, I have a friend, you know what I mean, who's a psychiatrist, and I'm starting to learn things about people. I'm starting to learn characteristics about people. Right? She's kind of teaching me what things really mean. There's actually meanings for actions and the way a person actually acts in public. And this, what Ben Askren is actually talking about is actually a thing. Is that I forget the word for it, but it's actually like a disease type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, look, Dana has this part of his personality. There's a personality trait to Dana. All right, and to these people. Just like, for instance, there's a personality trait to P. Diddy, right? Okay. There's a personality trait to Ted Bundy, right? There's a personality trait to Dana White. Now, I'm not relating Dana White to those people. What I'm saying is that there's a thing to each individual person. Okay, there's a characteristic trait, a personality trait to each individual person. And what Ben Askren is saying is, when Dana White doesn't get what he wants or doesn't win against a fighter and he considers it a loss, he goes on these tirades. He goes on these tirades. He acts like a tyrant. He starts acting crazy. All of a sudden, he's bad-mouthing you, slandering you in public, talking about you're not a good person. What does a good person? If a fighter is looking out for his best interest, that's no means to call him a bad person or a hard person to work with. No, that's a smart person to negotiate with. That's what that is. What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, Tiger Kitty Spy, you could suck my dick. Prefer shaved or bush? Uh, Let me see. Let me see. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care, man. I do my thing. You know what I mean? But as of recent, it's been really, really good. You know what I mean? I can't complain. You know, I don't. I'd rather it have like bush type of thing, not bush, but you know, a little bit of hair. You feel me? A lot of bit of hair. Just because, you know, there's some crazy shit going around here. You know what I mean? Crazy shit. I know people. Look. I know. I don't. Don't even let me start that. I know people. Look. I'm just gonna put it this way. If you're a full-grown adult, all right, and I'm talking about like over 20, 21, right? If you're 20, 21 years old, hanging around with 15-year-olds, you're a pedophile. In my eyes, you're a pedophile. You shouldn't be chilling with 15, 14-year-olds. You shouldn't be. When I was 21 years old, I was never chilling with anybody. I didn't even have a close neighbor friend that was in high school. When I was 21 years old, I was hanging around with 30-year-olds, 28-year-olds, way older than me. Okay, when I was 18, 17 years old, I was never chilling with anybody even my age. The only time I spent with people my age was the person that I was dating, which she was my age, and her friends, and a couple of my friends that were in high school. But we were all the same age. Okay, never, ever, as a full-grown adult, 21 or over, or whatever it might be, never, ever would I ever be anywhere near 14 and 15-year-olds. I'm just going to put that out there, all right? Because I know a lot of folks out there. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of folks out there. That's why people hate me, because I have too much information in this dome piece. You feel me? I have too much information in this dome piece. And every time I get around, they can't look at me straight in my eyes because they know for a fact I have too much on them. You know what I mean? So they put their head down. They put their head down because they know for a fact if you was to cause a problem with me in public, and I know for a fact you got an issue with me face to face, bro, I'll call you out whenever, however, bro. And that's straight up. And that's a characteristic trait. That's where I wanted to get. That's a personality trait. That's a characteristic trait. If you are here as a grown 21, whatever it might be, hanging around with 14, 15-year-olds, you're a pedophile. That's a characteristic trait, personality trait right there. All right, that wouldn't be the first time you've done that, in my opinion, because never in my right mind have I ever been in a car chilling, you know, smoking, drinking with a age person, whatever, an 18, 19-year-old, and then all of a sudden that 18, 19-year-old brings their estranged, you know, cousin or whatever, and that estranged cousin is like 14, 15, and then her other estranged cousin is like 14, 15. Bro, you are a pedophile, all right? You should go get a life, because that's a personality trait and a bad characteristic trait. Very, very bad. Because in my opinion, like I said, if you've done that before and I seen you with my eyes, I seen it happen, right? If I seen it happen, that means that wasn't the first time that has happened. You've done that before. That has been put into practice. You heard? Just saying. So stop that characteristic trait, personality trait, all right? Dana White, let me tell you something. He's been on a roll. He has been on a roll. But let's get back to Ben Askren. All right, let's get back to Ben Askren. All right, Dana has this part of his personality when he can't get what he wants. And in that case, he didn't offer me a contract. So he kind of got what he wanted. Wow. Wow. But then I think because I was continuing to have success and people were continuing to follow me, he wanted me off in the dark corner where everyone ignored me or something. This is coming from Ben Askren, okay? I'm quoting and I'm unquoting. This is coming from Ben Askren, guys, okay? This is some serious shit. This is scary, man. This is very scary. Every UFC fighter right now who's under contract should be very, very afraid and scared. Because Dana White has tremendous power. He's like P. Diddy, basically. I mean, no, I'm not trying to compare the two. I know he's, he you know, innocent until proven guilty, whatever it might be. But guys, it's hella evidence. And let me tell you something. Dana White looks like he has those characteristics. I'm not saying the same exact, but I'm saying the personality trait where he's like, if he doesn't win and get his way, he's gonna do what he can to make sure that you come out at the losing end. All right? And that's a sick characteristic trait. That's sick personality trait. But let me get back. But then I think because I was continuing to have success and people were continuing to follow me, he wanted me off in the dark corner where everyone ignored me or something. But he's done the same thing with Chris Cyborg. He's done the same thing with Randy Couture. And even Francis Ngannou, obviously Francis Ngannou, and as I expressed, myself. So you see, he didn't win against Chris Cyborg because of the whole contract issues. He ends up slandering her in public, saying that she looks like Vanderlei Silva, right? He slanders Randy Couture, basically says he's hard to work with. He's not a good man. He basically says the same thing about Francis Ngannou, okay? And you already heard what Ben Askren has stated, okay? Let me tell you something. Dana White is not a good guy. He's not a good guy. Just based on what I see and what I'm reading here, the guy is not a good guy. If I was to sit across of the table with Dana White, I honestly think he would think that I'm a piece of shit. I honestly think he would think that I am not worthy to sit at a table with him and have an even a civil conversation. You know what I mean? He literally would say that. Your mother is a piece of shit, all right? Your mother was on the corner selling her pussy, so shut the fuck up, you coward. You fucking coward. I'm sorry, man. If anybody comes in my chat talking that bullshit, I'm calling you out. I think there's a lot of people out there actually that watch my channel that I'm calling them out now, and now they have a lot to say. Now they have a lot to say because I think I nailed it right on the head, guys. I really think I did. I think there's people out there that think they know me. And like I said, if I don't talk to you, if I haven't talked to you in the last 5 to 6 months, that means we're not close at all. If you don't have my number, we're definitely not close at all. If you don't know where I live and we haven't texted each other or anything like that, I haven't looked for you in years, bro, and you're on here disguised, you should definitely get a life, man. You should really get a life. Pay attention to your kids, okay? Pay attention to your relationships, because that's what you need to pay attention to. Yo, bro, do you remember me? I don't. There's so many people that come on my channel now. I honestly don't know you. I don't remember you. But guys, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys, the good ones. You know what I'm saying? The good ones. The other idiots out there, I'm gonna call you out, and I'm gonna keep calling you on. You keep fucking with me, I'm gonna go ahead and put out some information on you. You heard? And let me tell you something. Some real information. Like I said, if you're a full-grown adult, okay, and you're chilling with 14, 15-year-olds, you're sick. You're sick. You are a pedophile in my eyes. No one could tell me different. No one could tell me different. All right? Bad personality trait. But let's get back to the topic right now. And I think Ben Askren as well has hit it right on the head, man. He really hit it right on the head. The guy is he says it clearly. And it's funny because I went back and I rewatched some of the things that, Dana White has said over the years about Ben Askren, and he was totally right. The slander, the bad-mouthing in public. There should be emotion. There should be emotion. So for some of these fighters to be able to sue Dana White and the UFC. Because I'm telling you, as an independent contractor, it wouldn't be easy to get another, you know what I mean, to get another, uh, we call it dibs, but to get another job, basically, to get another job after, you know, a big company like the UFC slanders you and says you're hard to work with. It just don't make sense to me, guys. All right, like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I've been out here for 25 minutes talking about this, breaking down this small little article and the YouTube show that Daniel Cormier and Ben Askren were on. And I'm done talking about that. I had a lot of energy about that just because when I read this, I was like, wow, he's making complete sense. I don't know why any other UFC fighter haven't came out, because, you know, these fighters right here, I would love to interview Randy Couture, because over the years there was a lot of issues with the UFC, Dana White, and Randy Couture. So I would love to know, you know, in detail and specifics about that issue, because it really looks like Dana White has this personality trait where if he doesn't win and gets his way, I'm telling you, he's gonna do what he can to run you over the bus. He's gonna do what he can to run you over with a bus, and that right there is not a good person to be under. You heard? But yeah, guys, like and subscribe. There's another thing that I want to bring up really fast. There really is. There's another thing that I want to bring up real fast, and it's I know this is totally left field, guys. This is totally left field. But recently, what's his name? Damn, I forgot his name. Okay, hold on. I gotta Google this, guys. Hold on a second. I don't want to give you false information. That's his name. Okay. All right. So this is a different topic, and I just thought this was intriguing, just because when I read this article, when I read it in detail. This is another article totally different from the topic that I was just talking about. This is going to be a totally different topic. I'm just bringing this up just because I thought it was interesting, okay? And plus, we're at almost the 30-minute mark, and usually after the 30-minute mark, I start talking about anything the fuck I want. So, I know people out there are pretty familiar with who Jeffrey Epstein is. All right, if you don't know who Jeffrey Epstein is, he was like a financer, but moreover, he was a sex offender. All right, he owned, Pedo Island and whatnot. He had some disgraceful shit going on in that island. All right, he had close connection with important people in important positions within the government, within, you know, like we're talking presidents, we're talking actors, we're talking a whole bunch of people who have real connections, who are really, really connected, some serious fucking people. Well, that's what Jeffrey Epstein was. He was like, basically, he was the main guy that took the downfall, all right? But I read an article about one of the girls, all right, who were actually at Jeffrey Epstein's house, right? They were at Jeffrey Epstein's house, and in this article, it talks about specific things, you know, that she saw. You know, obviously, it talks about her SAing. I don't want to say the word, but it's an SA type of situation that she went through, and it talks specifically about that situation, and she had to talk specifically about what she saw, everything. She goes into detail about everything. This is public knowledge. You could go Google this, but I thought this was the most intriguing part of this whole shit, was this part, and it kind of gave me goosebumps. When I read this, I had to stop reading it and really think to myself about something, and then really, really think, what the fuck? But I'm gonna explain to you. It's gonna come right around. All right. Well, in this article, this girl starts giving detail about her SA situation with Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. And then she starts talking about what she sees inside the house. She starts talking about details and specifics. Okay. She starts talking about how she sees, toys, like like as trophies. There's like toys in a glass trophy thing. Just a whole bunch of stuff, like, and then paintings, expensive paintings, and expensive looking, extravagant statues. But here's the most intriguing thing that I thought was very, very crazy was that she said next to the entertainment system, he had a whole bunch, and it said he had a whole lot of old UFC tapes and DVDs. And then I stopped reading the article right there when I heard about that. When I heard that she saw in the entertainment space, where the television was, she saw that there was a whole bunch of DVDs and old tapes of the UFC. Now I want to bring that up. Why? Look, I grew up back then. I grew up when those tapes and those DVDs were for sale. Okay? And let me tell you something. Looking for those tapes and looking for those DVDs was virtually fucking impossible. All right? Even if you went to Planet Hollywood or Blockbuster or whatever it might be, you would go and you would try to get those DVDs, they wouldn't be there. If you try to get the tapes, they wouldn't be there. You would have to go to like some type of some type of lower franchise that sells DVDs and sells tapes to get that type of material, if you could ever even find any. All right? Which really led me to believe, can there be a person? You know what? I'm not even going to say that because I don't want to say that publicly. All right? I don't want to say that publicly, but I'm going to say this. I thought it was very strange that those DVDs, those old DVDs and those old tapes were in Jeffrey Epstein's entertainment system. I really think it's crazy because you can't get those anywhere. You have to be a person who has, a person with, a person that has connections, a person with money. Because if you have virtually almost all the UFC tapes and all the DVDs, yeah, somebody had to give that to you. You heard? But moving on from that, guys, it is hot as hell right now, man. Why is it so hot in here? Man, it's because I'm wearing this robe. I'm wearing these freaking... You know what? I'm taking this off, man. Hold on. Wearing these damn freaking... Take these off. But yeah, guys. I just thought that was very, very interesting. You know what I mean? Very interesting. I thought that was intriguing. But guys, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. All right? Like and subscribe. All right? We've been here for 33 minutes now. All right? We virtually kicked out almost everybody from here. Hey, Sha, what's up going on? Seleno. What's up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Hopefully you're having a blessed one, guys. But that's it, guys. That's all I really have to talk about right now. You know what I mean? I'm most likely getting off here soon. Just because I'm done talking about the whole UFC and Dana White slandering people, But how about my Knicks? How about my Knicks, man? They went out there and got the win from the Heat. I am happy they beat the Heat, man. I'm so happy they beat the Heat. I'm not a Heat fan, you know what I mean? So I am from the South. I'm not from the South, but I live in the South, and still not a Heat fan. Still not a Heat fan, you know what I mean? So I'm happy my Knicks were able to pull it off, and, Cat was able to do something phenomenal, score almost freaking 45 points. The guy came out there on fire. The guy couldn't miss, all right? The guy couldn't miss. So I'm happy about that, The Knicks and Jalen Brunson and Cat are going out there and they're getting W's. That's what matters right now, is getting W's. Staying healthy and getting W's. But yeah, guys, but yeah. Sorry, I'm so quiet right now. I'm just reading about this thing over here. Huh. Don't wanna. That's very interesting. That's crazy. That's crazy. There's crazy people out there, man. I don't know what's wrong with people, bro, but they crazy, bro. They crazy, bro. You know? Oh, and another thing. I have to bring this up. I just have to bring this up, man. Because we're all out here talking about being an adult and whatnot. Really fast. You know, never in my right mind, as a, whatever, 21 year old, have I ever tried to get physical with somebody in high school? If you're a grown, supposedly a grown man, and you're out here, trying to be, a Mr. Tough Guy, and trying to scare, freshmen in high school, you're pathetic, my dude. You're pathetic, my dude. Honestly, your time will come, man. Your time will come. There's gonna be somebody who's not gonna be afraid of you, who's not gonna be afraid of your size, and gonna fuck you up. You heard? So stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit, bro. Because, come on. I've known you since then. I've known you since you thought you was a grown man, and you were out here trying to, be tough with freshmen in high school, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds. That don't make no sense to me. Never. Why would that even happen if I'm never surrounded with any kids like that? Super pathetic, man. I just had to put that out there because I witnessed some things, and I had to, set some shit straight, because I just thought, that's crazy. How is a full grown ass a man out here trying to, be tough around, high schoolers? The fuck is that? Like I said, as a 21-year-old or a 20 or a 19-year-old, 18-year-old, I didn't chill with anybody in high school, let alone a fucking freshman. When I graduated high school, I left high school and I went to move somewhere, and I got me a full-time job at a hotel. And actually, I moved into a whole nother state, got a job at a hotel, worked there. And not only did I get myself a job, but at the time I had some people around me, and I was like, yo, let me help them too. Because that's the type of person I am. I'm the type of person that if I'm eating, I want you to eat too. Especially if you help me, you know what I mean? I'm going to help you. You know what I mean? If you're a good person and you show me you're a good person, and you ain't out here trying to, beat around the bush with me, and in my face, you cool, but behind my back, you doing some funny shit, then I'm going to hold you down. You know what I mean? And that's what I did. I moved to a whole nother state, got me a job, and at the time, these people, they weren't working, so I was like, yo, if you want a job, I could hook you up, because I was such a good worker at this hotel that they were like, yo, if you have anybody who works as hard as you, get them on, get them on, send them over here. And I helped out a couple people get some jobs over there, but yeah, that's what I was doing. I was doing some grown man shit when I was 19, 20. I wasn't fucking chilling with no fucking kids, trying to be a tough guy. The fuck is that? Grow the fuck up, man. Grow up. Because to this day, that's just pathetic. I remember I saw this. I'm not going to bring any names, but I remember I saw this person that I'm talking about. I remember I saw this person, and, he was around me for like a day, right? And somebody else, that was associated with us, somebody else comes up to me, like after the whole situation, got done, and that person ended up going home and whatnot. An individual comes up to me and was like, hey, why didn't you talk to so-and-so? What was going on with that? I thought you guys were cool. And the first thing that came out of my mouth was, I don't have nothing in common with him. I mean, you tell me, what do I have in common with him? That's exactly what I asked that person. I said, what do I have in common with him? Why do I have to talk to him? The hell? Straight up. And I hold that down to this day, bro. I ain't got nothing in common with them. If I don't got nothing in common with you, and I don't believe in, the same shit that you believe in, then Nah, bro. I'm not gonna pretend around you. You feel me? I'm not gonna be chilling with you. Hey, what's up, my nigga? What's up? Hey, what's good? We cool. Nah, that ain't me, bro. That ain't me, bro. So if you come around me and I ain't feeling you, I ain't feeling your energy, and I never did, I ain't never really, you know what I'm saying, try to chill with you like that, and you out here, you know what I mean, trying to chill with me and shit, or whatever it might be, bro, I'm not the one, man. I'm not the one. I'm not a faker. That's called a faker. I don't fake, bro. I don't fake at all, man. If I'm around you, and like I said, I don't agree with, you know what I mean, your personality, with what you have to offer, or your energy or whatnot, you're gonna feel that. You're gonna feel it point blank. So maybe he felt a certain way. This person felt a certain way, and he had this other person come up to me and ask me what was good, and I told you what was good. We have nothing in common. You know what I mean? Nothing in common. I don't. As a grown man, I don't chill with kids. I don't chill with kids. So I don't feel right, you know what I mean, communicating and chilling and being cool with people who think it's cool to chill with kids. And not only to chill with kids, but to try to act tough around kids when you're a full grown ass man. That shit don't make sense to me. That shit never made sense to me. Never. And even then, when I was, you know, a freshman in high school, when this was happening, when I was 14, 15 years old, and I saw this shit, even then I thought that shit was corny. Like, what? Who the fuck is this nigga? Like, who the fuck is this nigga? I know a couple niggas in high school that could fuck you up. For real, for real. Like, a couple football players that will come around, like honestly, that will come around and beat the shit out of you. Because they about your size, bro. I mean, just because you think you a grown man and you tough and you out here trying to bully people who's like younger than you, 14 and 15, best believe, bro, there could have been a 14, 15-year-old in the football team that could fuck you up. But, you know how to pick and choose. You feel me? You know how to pick and choose. Me, I don't pick and choose shit. I take it as it is. I live my life. I do me. I'm not out here doing bad things to people, right? I'm not out here, you know, plotting and planning. When you start doing bad things to people and you start plotting and planning on people, you best believe what goes around comes around. And I've said this before, bro, when that thing comes back around, before it comes to hit you, it's gonna hit every single one of your loved ones. Every single person that deep down in your heart you love, you're gonna watch it go right back around. And that's what's gonna get you scared the most. Because when it's your time, it's your time. All right, but you have to sit back first and suffer and watch other people get that back around because of your bad karma, because they surrounded with you. I've seen it too many times, guys. Seen it too many times, guys. I'm telling you. Dana White, too. Dana White is going to get that bad karma, too. Trust me. It always comes back around, man. It always comes back around, baby. And like Tupac said, when he got shot, when he had gotten shot 5 times up in that club, and he blamed it on Puffy and Biggie, and he was like, yo, how am I in New York, you know what I'm saying, in your city, and you don't know that I'm about to get robbed? Like, how is that? So true, because what Tupac was saying is, if you was in Cali, that would have never happened, because I would have had to jump on that. Somebody would have told somebody, and I would have heard about it. That's how small our circle is. Somebody would have, you know, told me, and I would have heard about it and put a stop to that shit. So what Tupac said after the shooting of, you know, at that studio, he basically says, I know who shot me. I know exactly who shot me. But what goes around comes around. And it doesn't have to, he explains, he was like, it doesn't have to come around in a year. It could be 30 years. And whoa, that number right there, 30 years. Look at what's happening right now with Puffy. Or whatever, the diddler. But look at what's happening with him. Look at what's happening with a lot of individuals who are in that era. The go around is tough. When that shit comes back around, ooh, it don't have to be in 5 years. It don't have to be in 10 years. It could be 30 years later, and when that shit comes back around, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. So stay positive, guys. You gotta stay positive. All right? Don't spew toilet shit out of your mouth. All right? And don't plan and plot on people. You know what I mean? Be a good person. Be a good, genuine person. That's when good things start happening to you. That's when good energy starts coming into your life without you even trying. Like literally. Being a good person, I have so much success being a good person. I'd rather be a good person than a bad person any day of the week. Because I know for a fact the same thing happens when you do good. When you do good, it's going to come back around on you. All right? And you're going to be rewarded for that being good. You know what I mean? But when you bad, bro, and you out here plotting and planning, and if you plotting and planning on your own blood, you best believe that shit gonna come back around even worse. Cause you playing around with your blood. You shouldn't be doing that. Especially if that, whoever you're playing around with has never looked for any trouble with you. Has never looked to plot and plan against you. If that person, picked you up and try to give you some good advice, oh boy, if you're doing that person wrong, bendito. I wish you luck. I wish you luck. Really. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. I almost been on here for an hour now. Not a lot of people have came on today, but it's okay. It's a little late, in the morning. But y'all, bless. Okay? Like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, if you're not new to the channel, give me the thumbs up anyways. It takes minimal effort, literally. All you got to do is press a button. All right? One love. I'm out. Peace.